The human race has been around way longer than we like to think, and that civilization has had peaks and valleys where we were almost wiped out and we had to rebuild anew. And he claims
so
that
kind of like what you were talking about before, like the return to the cities and be like, where'd these buildings come from?
Sure, but in his case, it was more of like, I think what they're mostly pointing towards giant cataclysmic disasters that have, all but wiped out a huge percentage of the human race, and then people have to start all over again. I mean, the concept of what if today, 2011,
like the Matrix, like
sure,
the third Matrix movie.
Was that it? Was that what happened
in the third Matrix?
Movie?
They were like, this is permutation of a fucking equation. That it's essentially the message was this happened. This is the 16th time we've done this. Like we keep putting you guys into.
I think that's based on the yugas.
Is it?
That's based on an ancient Hindu system, or it's an Indian system called the yuga. I don't know the full thing. Our friend Duncan's like an expert in this shit. But the way he explained it to me is that this is Kali Yuga, and the Kali Yuga is like the most chaotic stage of the human existence, and we have this normal, natural progression from sensible to wild to crazy to completely out of control, which is where we are now. And to the next stage is some sort of an enlightenment, some sort of a learning from this, some sort of a next passage that goes through. And that the idea is that that humanity is in this continuous cycle, and that it's, we like to think of ourselves as having a direct linear projection from monkey to human being in 2011, but in fact it may have hit this peak thousands and thousands and thousands of years ago and then been shut down by some horrible disaster that killed almost everybody, and that almost everybody forgets about it because you kill like half the fucking people, and man, good luck piecing things together, writing things down. Right. Paper disappears. They burned the Library of Alexandria. They lost all the records for Egypt. Everything they have left is just shit carved in snow, or carved in stone rather. It's like, you want to really get the full history of the human race. It's really complicated. It's like we don't really know what happened 10,000 years ago. We don't really know what happened 15, 20,000. And in the course of the universe, or the course of the life of this planet, that's a fucking half of a blink of the eye. Right. It's almost like as a race, we have woken up at a certain level where we started writing things down. Like, we call it 1,000 years ago, whatever the fuck it was, where people really started writing things down. It's almost like we're just slowly piecing this fucking thing together as it's moving. Right. It's moving in a direction. People are just starting to write things down. Okay, this is what happens, and this and this and this. Then the next people come along and they go, okay, they already figured this out. Okay, what else can we figure out? And then we got to figure this out. And they're all moving along as life is moving, constantly trying to re-add to this fucking pile of awakening to try to describe this life that we're just born in the middle of, mid-momentum. Hit the ground running. As soon as you could walk, you're off to school and you're a fucking cog in the wheel. Boom! And very little time to sit down and think about what the fuck it really is.